video, we are back with part 2 of the Caldwell precision turret shooting rest. Now the reason we did a part 1, I actually showed you how to assemble this thing, but we didn't have any firearms in the video or anything like that because I figured YouTube will leave it up since we didn't have any firearms or ammunition or anything in the video. What we want to do today is talk about this rest and put some different guns in it. Let's try an AR-10, AR-15, a couple bolt actions, AK-47, things like that. Alright, one really nice thing about this is all your adjustments are pretty precise. So we can loosen this knob up, and now this will spin freely, 360 degrees. Our back and forth, we have this knob here. Okay, so going up and down and adjusting our pitch, we can tighten that and stop that from moving. What holds our firearm, we can go all the way in that far. So that's going to work with a really super slim rail, or you can adjust out all the way to here. So there's all kinds of adjustability here with this. Alright, so the first gun we got here is my Savage MSR-10. Now all the guns in this video are going to be unloaded. There's nothing in the chamber of any of these firearms. And we are going to be showing you inserting mags while this is in here and all that, but all the mags are empty. So just for YouTube policy, there's no ammunition, no loaded mags, nothing loaded in any of these firearms. Alright, now we're going to take the Savage MSR-10, and what I want to show you here is our back platform. Instead of focusing on the back of the buttstock, it actually focuses on your grip, and that's what makes this more compact. And I've got another rest down here I'll show you so we can compare the length of both of these rests. Most rests are always going to focus on the back of the buttstock. This one does not. So what we want to do, I'm going to spin this towards you. We're going to angle this down, okay? And we're going to tighten this up. Alright, we got that locked in, and we're going to turn it back. And this is what is really nice. So let me move this. So when you're bearing down on your gun here, if you need to go down a little bit or you want to go up, you got your knob right here. And you can just lift the weight of the gun off of this, and this adjusts really easy. Now this is all the way down, okay? And if we want to go up, we spin it this way, and you can see that raising. Alright, now the gun has a little bit of a downward angle. So there's all kinds of adjustability here. The next thing I want to focus on here are magazines. We cannot take this back too much further, but we could, if we wanted to, we could loosen this up and we could move this forward to here and lock it down. And now you have this space right under here for your magazines. So I've got 3 different P-mags here. This is a 25 round P-mag, okay? So we'll tilt this forward, and as you can see, we're going to have an issue putting that magazine in with like that. Now if we turn it off to the side, we can insert it, but we're not going to be able to bring it back around because it's going to hit on our leg. But if we go to the P-mag 20, alright, let's try this. Okay, now we can swing in, and that fits right there just fine. Now if you run out of ammo and you want to drop the mag, no problem there with a 20 round P-mag. Now somewhere I do have a P-mag 10 I just don't know where it's at right now, but you can put this in, no problem. A little bit of a tight fit, but as you can see, it will fit. Now, if you want to put your mag in first, all right, we can go back, we can loosen this up. Before you put the gun in the rest, you can insert the mag, get your gun in here, get it right where you want it, lock it down, and you're all set. So should be no issues with this working with an AR-10. The next thing I want to talk about is the length of the precision turret versus this Caldwell Stinger. And this thing's so long that I can't even get the whole thing in the camera frame. So when we put this out in front here, okay, we go back, we're talking probably a good 10 inches shorter, maybe a little bit more, all right? And the other issue is, when we talk about the Stinger, there's a couple things here. One, we're back to the buttstock sitting here, okay? And some buttstocks will not fit in there. The other thing is, when we want to make our adjustments, we have to adjust this up here in the front and make our adjustments in the back. Now, this isn't a bad shooting rest at all. I've used it a lot on the channel. But here's one big problem with a shooting rest like this. So you got your leg here in the back. Now, depending on what range you're at, what kind of bench you're shooting off of, one of the big things that I've noticed shooting over the years off of a rest is when you're on a bench and you're sliding this back and forth, trying to get your eye relief and everything right where you want it, the leg has a tendency to slide off the table because of the length of this. So with the more compact precision turret, that's not going to be an issue because our platform is focusing on our grip area versus the back of the buttstock. All right, so now I have my Remington 700-308, and this mag is empty. All right, so this is in the Hunter stock. So if we look at this back here, it's very wide, but with this Caldwell turret press, it opens up wide enough that that's not going to be an issue at all. All right, so now when we look at this, we are up in the air quite a bit. So what we can do here is we can adjust this up, keep going a little bit. We don't have much here, so let's loosen this up. The reason I'm showing you all this is because we've got all kinds of adjustability here for whatever we need this gun to do. We'll tighten this down. Now we got more sitting here on the platform, and we can keep going up. All right, so there is our max height on that. And now we are firing on a downward angle. So it will work just fine with a bolt action in the Magpul Hunter stock. Now to change the mag, no problem there. Tilt it forward, go grab a new mag or reload this one, and put it in there. No problem at all. Bolt cycles just fine. So this will work excellent even with bolt action rifles. Now let's try this with an AR-15. So we're going to do the same thing. Turn this towards you. We're going to get this set right about where we want it. Going to tighten this down. Got this locked down good. And there is that. Mag's empty. Tilt it. Put a mag in. This is a standard capacity mag. No issues there. So same deal. You can put the mag in first and then put it in the rest. Get it where you want it. But if you want to change it out, you will have to tilt it off to the side, drop the mag, and put it right back where you want it. Now, something else that we really haven't talked about yet is getting your eye relief. So I've got my primary arms Raptor on here. Let me get this turned all the way down to 1 power. A lot of times when we're using a sled like the Stinger I was just showing you, we have to adjust our buttstock and everything to get it to fit. Now with this, it's not the case, because like I said, we're focusing back here on the grip area to lower this down, get our adjustments where we want. So with this, we can get our eye relief right where we want it. We can move our buttstock, get in position right where we want to be, and we're good to go. But with the Stinger, everything's got to be adjusted on the buttstock and up in the front so everything fits. So if you look at a gun like this, I've got my Phoenix light out here on the front. I've got my foregrip here. I've got my light controls here. And with this all focusing on mounting right here on the rail, none of this is interfering with this rest like it would the Stinger. Alright, now I've got my AK-47. And if I was going to be putting a new optic on this, I wanted to get it sighted in. Am I going to be able to use it? So we got a empty standard capacity AK mag, and as you can see, it's going to be pretty hard to get a standard capacity mag in there. So let's try this. Loosen this up. Alright, let's get our mag in. Okay, and so for me, with this, because of my particular setup, this is going to be pretty hard because I've got the Monstrum Raider out here on the front and whatnot. Now to fix this issue, I do have an empty 10-rounder here, and now no problem at all. And not everybody's going to have the same setup as I have, obviously. But now we're in there. And we got enough grip sitting back here on the back platform. We can raise this up. And no problem there. Now as far as, I'll turn this, charging it, no issues there. And I can get this right where I want it. And get on target, and there we go. So with this particular setup, it will work, but you will have to get a smaller capacity magazine, which is no big deal. Alright guys and girls, that is my second video on the Caldwell Precision Turret Shooting Rest. And obviously I haven't had it out to the range yet, so I can't really tell you how much I like this thing, but so far, from what I can tell, this is going to be a really nice addition to the channel. Now, we got some 300 blackout reloads that I just started developing that I want to take out and test before I produce a bunch of them, so that will be the first video this gets used in. And while I'm out there doing that, I'll take a couple other guns out there with me, and we'll do a review on this rest at the range, actually using it to shoot at targets. But basically what I wanted to do today was show you what all guns will work with this, and you can pretty much make it work with just about anything. It really does shine with the AR platform, with the 15, the 10. Pretty good with bolt action too. Now if you had a chassis style gun on your bolt action, it would work probably a lot better due to the fact you're going to actually have a pistol grip on that you can use this with. But as you saw with the Hunter stock, it works fine with it also. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.